Good morning and welcome to Bay Area Focus. I'm your host, Michelle Griego. We'd love to hear some show ideas, so visit us at facebook.com/Bay Area Focus and comment to the page. Well, we have a great show for you today with a performing arts company and two organizations focused on saving the lives of animals. But up first, we have special guest Faith Jenkins from KBCW's show, Judge Faith. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Michelle. I'm happy to be here.
Well, it is exciting to have you on here. Okay, you have a very extensive background in law, of course. You practice law in New York. You graduated from Louisiana Tech and Southern University Law School. You ranked first in your class.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Well, a lot of hard work, but it happened.
Yes.
You know, law school is challenging. It's hard, it's difficult, but when you work hard, and that's all I wanted to do was graduate at the top of my class and go to New York to work, and it just happened to work out for me.
So with all of this background, how did you find yourself on this TV show?
It's interesting. I spent 8 years working in New York. I worked for a big firm for 5 years and then 3 years as a prosecutor in Manhattan. And I have a bit of a pageant background. I was Miss Louisiana and in the Miss America pageant. Gretchen Carlson, who was at Fox News, I knew her through the Miss America connections, and I reached out to her and told her I was interested in doing some legal analyst work on TV. So she had me in, introduced me to some producers, and that's how I got my start doing television on Fox News, just analyzing legal cases. And then after doing that, I covered the George Zimmerman trial on all three of the networks, CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News. And after that, Hank Cohen, who's one of our executive producers, saw me and called me and asked if I would be interested in doing a show like this.
That's amazing.
A court show.
When did you know you wanted to be a judge?
Well, I think that I did know. I really didn't, but I think when you're working in your career and you're presented with new opportunities, I think you do your job, you do good work where you are, and you continue to grow and learn. And when you're presented with new opportunities, obviously something like this, you jump on an opportunity like that. And as a prosecutor, you know, our number one job is not to lock people up, put them in jail. It is to do justice. That's your goal. That's your job as a prosecutor. And so when I was approached about doing a show, I thought, okay, this is a way that I can continue to do what I've been doing, which is do what's right, do what's fair, and justice. Now, obviously, these are small claims cases.
Sure.
It's not criminal law.
Yeah.
So you're not talking about someone's life literally hanging in the balance. But for a lot of the people who come on our show, they feel very passionate about their cases because they've been cheated out of $3,000, and it may be the only money they have in their bank account, and they've made an investment and they've been cheated. So it means an awful lot to them. And for some people, it's $200, but it means just as much to them. And it's the principle of the matter when you feel that you've been done wrong. And then we have some other cases, and I'm like, why are you here? Why are you wasting my time? Because that has happened when people sue over a cell phone charger for $50.
So there are these cases where you just shake your head, right?
Yes, but it's real. These are real cases. People file these cases in small claims courts across the country, and we have runners who look through the cases and find cases and send them to us. So I've had those cases where someone's really upset because they think someone stole their iPhone charger.
Oh boy, all right, you have a tough job. What about the Legal Minute? What is that?
So this year we decided to do a Legal Minute, which is just introduce some of the cases we see. We see a lot of certain types of cases. Dog bite cases, cases where people buy used cars and they sue because the car didn't work for them like they thought it would. Well, what is the law on that when you buy a used car? Even if it doesn't say, if you buy a car off Craigslist, even though it doesn't say it's as is, under the law, by default, it's an as-is sale. So people always come in and they say, I bought this car, he told me it worked great. Well, what does that mean, it worked great? The car is 15 years old, it has 120,000 miles on it. You never know when it will be the last time you get to crank that baby up. So,
well, we do have an example of the Legal Minute, so let's take a look.
Wonderful.
Hi, I'm Judge Faith, and this is a Legal Minute. 2 words every used car buyer must know are buyer beware. Because if you drive home a clunker and the wheels fall off, are you stuck with it? Probably. When you buy a car from a private party, by law without a warranty, the car is sold as is. That's why it's always a good idea to have a mechanic look at it. But the law can protect you. The seller can't lie to you because that's fraud. If they say the car has a new transmission, but your mechanic says it's actually older than the French fries under the seat, the court might be able to help you. However, if they say the car runs great, Well, maybe it did run great right up until the engine blew. The truth is, you're stuck with it unless you have a warranty. The judge can't know when it's time for a car to head to the big scrapyard in the sky. They know it's a used car. When you buy one, you've bought it for better or worse.
So this is information you can really use.
Right, it's legal news that you can use, situations that come up repeatedly in my courtroom, and we just want to help viewers to give them an example of how you can address these situations if they ever happen to you.
And quickly before we go, the most interesting case you've had.
Oh,
You've had a lot.
That's so
I know.
hard. We've had so many, but I would say the most interesting case this season, we're approaching season 3, which premieres September 19th. 12-1 on
Yes.
the CW here locally. A father who sued his daughter over a wedding dress he purchased for her.
Wow, and she didn't go through with the wedding?
And she didn't go through with the wedding. He wanted the $3,000 back for the wedding dress.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. You'll have to watch to see how that one turns out.
That'll be a good one to watch. All right, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
really enjoyed it.
thank you. And for more information about Faith Jenkins and Judge Faith, just log on to judgefaith.com. Again, that's judgefaith.com. Coming up next, an organization aiming to eliminate all homeless pets. We'll be right back.